What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Krystal Palace. We are staying at Endless Summer Dockside Inn and Suites. This is my first time staying here, so we will be headed around the hotel, giving you a resort and a room tour. Also, we'll be taking the shuttle buses over to City Walk to show you what that process is like. I'm excited, so let's go head inside. That's the lobby right there. Right outside of the lobby, this is where you are going to hop on your bus. Before we get started, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Krystal Palace right down below. Here we are, Dockside Inn and Suites. To the right here is the check-in desks. You can also do mobile check-in here at the Universal hotels. If you do that, you just can skip the line a little bit. It's a little shorter wait right over here. And back there's luggage services. You could pick up your Universal tickets right here. Here is the sitting area in the lobby. Sit here and wait to check in, wait for your room. On the left right here is Starbucks for your morning coffee and drinks. Straight back, Universal Studios store. We have a Universal Studios store in this hotel where you can get all of your merchandise before you leave or before your stay if you want to represent some Universal in the parks. All right, let's head towards Tower 2, the game room, Tower 2 parking, the pool, and Wave Makers Bar. We're staying in Tower 1, so I haven't been over here to Tower 2 yet, but let's check it out. Right outside of the doors from the lobby to Tower 2, you can get to the front of the hotel right down there. Here's this little breezeway. And straight ahead is the pool. All right, to the left, the game room's down here, as well as elevators to head up into Tower 2 if you're staying in Tower 2. Here's the game room. It's pretty small, which I'm kind of surprised about because this is more of like a kid-friendly resort. But there it is. There are two pools here. This is the Tower 2 pool, and the bar over there is Wave Makers. In Tower 1, the bar is the Oasis, but they look very similar. Yeah, these are pretty much identical. Nothing really fancy to it, but it's a nice big pool. So here's the pool. It's a walk-in pool, and the Wave Makers pool bar. They have mini melts. So they just have cocktails here, actually, no food. But looks pretty good. There's some freestyle Coke machines back there. Then the restrooms here. This looks very similar to the Tower 1 pool, but we'll show you that one too. The bar over there is just called Oasis. Different name, but very, very similar, which is good. They do have a lot of seating too, some seats in the sand. I haven't really seen a value resort that has sand like this and a nice walk-in pool. So for your money, you're really getting a lot and like more of a luxury experience. And they also have life vests for the little ones. And the pool hours are 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. All right, there's more Tower 2 rooms, and we're headed back towards the lobby now. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's easy to navigate this hotel. It's either right or left, which is nice. You don't have to walk like all over the place, Tower 1 or Tower 2, and you'll find it, you know. They also have, if you rent a car, they have a booth right here. The Starbucks line will always be popping, but now we are headed towards the Pier 8 Market, restrooms, Tower 1, Oasis Beach Bar, fitness center, and pool. You can get your boarding passes here if you don't have them already. Here's some restrooms, an ATM, and it's gonna get busy over here because we're headed to the Pier 8 Market. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, they have grab and go. We came in here last night pretty late. It closes at 10, but the grab and go was open until 11, and they had pizza, pasta available that we were just able to grab and pay. They also had some things just like cereal and snacks and mini melts. Here's the seating for the Pier 8 Market. There is a lot of seating options, which is nice. Big open space here. So here's like this little market area where you can get snacks. This is open late. And drinks. Ooh, they have some gluten-free selections. That's nice. They have gelato. They have some cereal. Here are some of the drink selections. They do have alcohol in these cases as well as soda, water, juice, milk. Breakfast is still being served, but here's some bacon, waffles, oh, chicken. There were waffles out here before. Biscuits, those biscuits look pretty good. Over here we have some breakfast sandwiches. These look like more of like lunch sandwiches out already. It's kind of like a weird time. Avocado toast. Some grab and go options. They have pre-made salad. There's the dressing, fruit cups. And then they have like your quick bread, croissant, danishes, muffins. And so you grab your stuff and this is where you pay. And then head out and eat. For lunch, we got the chicken tenders, which this was a kid's meal. I actually loved, so good. We also got the hamburger, which it was all right. Not the best burger, not the worst burger. The fries were good. And my kid's meal came with a side of fries or salad, so I got a salad. So, if anyone was curious what happened and why we stayed here, this was not expected to stay here at Dockside. Our flight was canceled, so we called up Universal and was like, do you have any rooms at Endless Summer? This week we stayed at Royal Pacific, which is great. I love Royal Pacific because you can get the express pass included in your stay, which is worth it. We were a party of 3, so it really paid for us to stay there rather than buying the express passes separately. But I'm glad we got to stay here at Dockside for a night. It was great. We headed into the parks. Really can't complain. Good vibes about this resort. To the left of the lobby entrance, by the way, is the Sunset Lounge. This isn't open until 4 p.m., but it's just the lobby bar. All right, now to the right, we're headed out to Tower 1. Once again, they have this breezeway type area, which is nice. It's covered, so if it rains or if it's sunny, it's a nice break. And then the Tower 1 elevators are to the right. And so let's head up to our room. It's you guys again. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Come on in, I'll show you around. We are in Tower 1. We're right near the elevator, which is kind of nice. This way is the buses, this way is the lobby. But when you walk in, something interesting is that you put your key, your room key in here, and it turns the power on, which is pretty cool because without it, it says removing card key turns power off. It's been a long day, whatever. You get the idea. So anyways, here's a mirror and it has some hooks if you want to put like towels or clothes. And then to the right, here is the bathroom. We have a mirror. This is some face soap they give us, towels, a hairdryer on the wall, which is nice, more towels. Here's the vanity area. To the right, this is a door that separates the vanity to the toilet and the shower. Here's the toilet. Here's the shower. The shower is actually very nice. You can tell that it's new still, like it's not peeling or anything, or I don't see any mold at all. Shampoo and conditioner. Yeah, this is nice. This is very nice. All right, now right across from the vanity area, here's a little closet. It just has like a sheer curtain. Extra pillows up here. Ooh, and we have an ironing board, a luggage rack. Love the luggage racks, by the way. A safe. And here's like the thermostat, pretty cool. We have a connecting room. Here is the bed area. And we got a TV. We got a coffee maker. We are staying in room 1226, by the way. So it's building Tower 1, floor 2, room number 26. Here is a map of the hotel. The 2 towers they have. Here's the bus stop. Here's the lobby, parking. Here is the coffee maker, some outlets over here. Catch the wave. This is nice. I like this a lot. Under the coffee maker, here's the fridge, Magic Chef. It's small, but it does the trick. It's not that cold, but there's a fridge. We have some drawer space, 3 drawers. This is nice. It's like a little pull-out bench if you want to sit at the desk. Here's the TV, a nice TV. We got to put on the Ranger game. Phone, a little notepad, chair, This is a nice room. Lamp. Here's our windows, and then here are our 2 queen beds. Not mad at this. The nightstand is like a little treasure chest, the remote, hand sanitizer, some outlets, alarm clock, and yeah, that's our room at Endless Summer. Let's see. Oh, we have a pool view. Here is the pool from our room. We have a pool view, but they said at check-in, since we're on the 2nd floor, they don't charge the 1st and the 2nd floor for a pool view for some reason. I don't know, but we have a pretty nice view. So here's an overlook of the pool. It's not that big. All right, now that we're back down, we could check out Tower 1 pool. All right, so we had a nice view from our room, but yeah, this is Tower 1 pool and the Oasis bar. Same thing as the other ones pretty much in the restaurant, but yeah, see how they look similar, which is nice. You're getting the same thing. Back there is Aventura Hotel. Fun fact. Tower 1 parking is out there. We're back by the elevators, by the way. The fitness center is this way. The fitness center is open daily from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Here it is. So on the other side, Tower 2, you got the game room. On this side, you got the fitness center. Here's the gym still. It's pretty big. If you have motivation to work out at Universal Vacation, God bless. You have a lot more courage than I do. Honestly, every day at Universal is leg day. We're walking like over 20,000 steps a day, folks. So I'm not going to no gym before. And just from what I showed, it doesn't really show how massive these towers are. Look, there's like down here guest rooms, all these numbers, there's ice. They're really big. There are a lot of rooms, and I'm pretty sure there's about 14 floors. So like here's some more elevators, there's parking. So depending on where you are, if you drive your car, you can park closer to your room. I'll show you out here. Yeah, here's another parking lot. Yeah, this is all Tower 1 again, so same thing goes on the other side. The only, I would say, downside, I don't know yet though, we'll still let you know if it's a downside, to staying at the Endless Summer Resorts is that it's the only Universal Orlando hotel that is a bus ride away from City Walk and Universal Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. So it is currently 6:30 in the morning. We are first in lines for the bus because the bus starts running 1 hour prior to park open. Islands of Adventure opens for early park admission at 8 o'clock. So the buses will start running at 7. We're here early to get a spot because you never know how long it's going to take. Say we came here at 9 a.m., which is like peak rush hour, morning rush hour. Don't know how long it would be. Don't really want to risk it because we don't have much time today. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how the bus goes. All right, this is where we get dropped off. We're gonna go up to security. Lots of security entrances, which is nice. All right, so I know we're walking in. I wasn't sure where I was gonna drop us off. Sorry, I'm out of breath. We're walking fast to get to the front of the line for early park admission, but behind us are the parking garages. If you know where the parking garages drop you off, that's where they lead us to in City Walk, which is good because it's kind of closer to Islands, I guess. Not really. Also, the bus ride only took like 6 minutes. Super quick. And the sign is still gone for some reason. Usually they have Universal Orlando right here. All right, well, we ended up making really good time for early park admission. Look at this. I'm impressed. I didn't think that the lines would be this short still. It's 7:10. We just got in line. We're second in line. Pretty good. Not bad, Endless Summer buses. Be sure to subscribe to the Krystal Palace on YouTube because I made a full video of early park admission at Islands of Adventure, tips and tricks, and how to make the most of early park admission. So stay tuned for that video right here on the Krystal Palace. All right, so we headed over there. Now we're going down to the right and then down for the hotel shuttles. All right, we're headed back to that parking lot bus area to get on our bus. Cabana Bay, Endless Summer, Ventura. Okay. All right, that was easy. We're headed back on. The bus situation wasn't really bad. The only thing is that if you are coming during rush hour, you might be waiting for a few buses, but we're on our way back. It is still early and there's nobody on our bus, but it's 10 o'clock. Everybody's coming to the parks. We're just coming back just to show you guys what the bus situation was like. I hope this helped. It's really not bad at all, especially if you're used to staying at Disney and you have to take buses over there pretty much for every hotel anyway. So yeah, can't complain. For a little more info on Endless Summer, Dockside, and Surfside, Dockside opened in March of 2021, while Surfside opened in 2019. So this one is a little newer. You can tell our rooms were really nice, but I think that you're getting really a great value for the price. This is the cheapest Universal hotel, and you still get early park admission, you still get free transportation to the parks, you're still staying on Universal property. You can't go wrong, and I'm happy that we got to stay here. This was a great stay. So I hope this video helped. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this resort or our stay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Krystal Palace right down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.